Good morning, good morning. Let me just get the music going. Okay, hope that's at a good volume. Good morning to the drawing streams. Shout out for everybody who's watching. And, of course, for the replay crew that'll catch this later on. It has been one heck of a week. A lot of us were shook Wednesday when the announcement came down. I mean, we went from thinking that the Snyderverse was imminent to basically the Trinity being gone. I know at this point Affleck is likely to be, is said to be held on for a directing role, but that still means we're not getting him back as Batman. Yesterday, Gal Gadot was confirmed, and Henry Cavill was Wednesday, and that one shook a lot of us. Good morning, BC. So, I originally had planned to work on a Beyblade picture for TJ, who was absolutely enthusiastic about it. And about this particular character, and I admit I was never a Beyblade fan, so I don't know much about it. And I see you saying 8 days remaining. I will completely admit, Christmas, not my thing. You and your familiar on Santa's nice list, that would be a first. My sister's in town, so of course they're chatting up. Yeah, it would be a first time for me to be on Santa's nice list in a long time. And I think that would pretty much be the only nice list I'm on lately. Not in a lot of people's good graces. But let's get on with the drawing. I did start this last night. This is the kind of thing that I wanted to make sure I had absolutely right. I'm still on the fence as to whether this will be pencils or watercolors, or quite likely mixed media, but we'll figure it out. I'm still struggling with I love the details in the logo, in Zack's Superman logo, but in the same respect, it has been the bane of my existence trying to figure out how to draw it for years now. Thank you. when it comes to faces like this, yes, I see no shame in tracing. Because you want to make sure you get the features right, you know? And thankfully my laptop makes a really good light board. And this was a picture from a promotional picture, poster, whatever, that was shared by Snyder Queen earlier in the week. And I just loved it. I saved it with the intention of possibly working on it at some point before the announcement about Cavill came down. Newspaper, what I brought it for. I will freely admit, when BVS was coming out, I sometimes get behind on my DC viewings, and right now is definitely one of those moments I'm really behind on. But when BVS came out, I really wasn't super jazzed about it, and my life at that exact moment was chaos. It was the kind of thing I wouldn't wish on anybody. So while I did see the ads for it, and I was in the camp of, a lot of people were freaking out and thinking, oh, Ben Affleck, it's going to be, Daredevil all over again. And I was there on Facebook going, you know what? Let's give the guy a chance. It takes a lot of people to make a really crappy movie. You can't just put it on one actor. Though I admit the armor, whatever, that they showed in, I can't even remember what it's called off the top of my head, but the one bat suit that they use in the fight between the two of them in the Bane fight definitely gave off some Lego Batman vibes, which made me hesitant. And of course, Jesse Eisenberg's, Fuzzy Lex. Again, I'll admit, I was skeptical when it came out. And because my life was already chaos, I didn't see it right away. I reference. References, people, references. Yeah, feel free to share it out. See what people we can get in here. I love they even gave the Betsy Crew sweep. It's kind of cool. But, I was very surprised when I watched this. And of course, I think this is where, fans have always been fickle. What am I thinking? Fans have always been in that category of, if it's not exactly how I expect it. Some fans, at least. I admit, I have struggled with this chin all night. And somehow it just looks flat. There was just something about both of them. No, all three of them. Cavill, Affleck, and Gal in their respective roles. It was just so perfect. Ben did such a great job to bulk up. You listening, Patterson? He looked, and he did a job for me that was hard to do, and that is from what I've noticed, it was hard for so many actors who have played both Batman and Bruce Wayne. That's a hard task to do because they are such polar opposite characters. And I have gone on record saying that when it comes to live action Batman, my preference is Affleck over Keaton. Don't get me wrong. The Batman Returns will always be one of my top movies because it really changed me, affected me going. However, I find Ben Affleck a bit more believable in the Playboy role than Keaton. Bale as well. But there were some aspects of Bale's Batman I struggled with. Like he would be like my number 3. Good morning, Zachariah. Oh, shoot. Before I turn on, make sure it's on the right camera. I am not camera ready. Okay. I need to get a new webcam. Well, I guess this is a good moment to remind people that you can type in !tip and it'll bring up my stream elements. But there's also a link for my stream elements in the description for Reclicker. And anything that gets donated must specifically specify otherwise, let me say. Goes right back to the channel. And even then, I actually did get some stuff for the channel too. And Cavill, for me, is right up there with Carl Urban and when he played Bones in Star Trek. I love it when fans get cast because it really shows in their performance that this isn't just another job. This is something you actually want to do and you're excited to do. And God, that just makes the world of difference. And you can even see it back in October when they had him announce that he was back. He was so excited. amazing job of casting these actors. And I know there's one that there's a lot of controversy and people are split about. It is what it is. And once I saw Zack's version of him, I did like Ezra's Flash. It's still hard to compare to Grant Gustin or John Wesley Shipp. But he actually did a good job. There's no denying that Cavill was meant to play Superman. And he loved it. He did such a great job in it. I mean, when they had the end credit scene in Black Adam, it was so nice. Like, there was actually standing applause in that theater. My daughter joined in, and that's not a memory they can take away. And she still runs around with her Black Adam cup. Very proud that she got to see a superhero movie in the theaters. And I was roughly about the same age as her when I did the first time. Roughly? I'd have to compare. I'd have to actually look up what year it was. You guys are welcome to share your thoughts, though. I mean, I know this shook a lot of people. I'm not sure I got that nose right, but it is what it is. And it's hard watching. The hardest part about this was knowing that they disrespected both him and Zack twice. There was even rumors of the Constantine 2 movie, and oh my god. Oh, so that is just exciting to me. This isn't right. Snyder. Forgive me for a sec. Hi, Nightwing. Hate that. This is why I try to do some of the finer detail work, the base work. Offline. Well, sometimes I just need to get right up and close, and I cannot do that with my current setup. Hi, Sammy. I'm doing okay. Trying not to let this drawing kick my butt. Because I will completely own this was an ambitious choice. But you will recognize the post. It's too perfect. Yeah, it's funny. That S always stood for hope. That's what they tried to take away from us this week. Like, I recognize the future of DC is going to be difficult. I don't think it's over, though. I don't know if we will get the Snyder Cut, and I'm sure as heck I'm not giving up on the Ayer Cut. Because that's still about writing a wrong that was done by the old regime. How many, whatever, regimes ago? If it wasn't the most recent one, I don't care. For me, the Ayer Cut is about letting an artist show the work as they meant it to be seen. like I said, I don't know if you look at the Snyder Cut, we did get some fantastic actors, and we did band together and pull off a miracle. We righted a very big wrong that was done by them. Because what they did to him, they did to Silas, that was cold. There's my sharpener. That was beyond cold. So for the fact that we at least got his vision out, and got to spread awareness, for me, that is the biggest miracle right there. We helped a man who had already lost so much, got his work stolen from under him. And turned into that. And like I do acknowledge that there are some jokes that for me do land well in the Justice League version. It's still not Zack's work. No. Thank you. So many details. These people love, the design team just love putting those dozens of details into things. And that water alone, sweetie. that's better. No, they can't take this one and cut from this. Yeah, and astrology. Yep, when Brainiac was confirmed, oh my god. That meant we were going to get Ray Fisher back in. Yeah. Sky was angry about the last night. You know what? I'm done with him. This is why I try to focus on the positive, though. Oh my god. Like, I've specifically said Black Adam is my daughter's first in theater superhero movie. Her first, like, live action, because, you know, we've watched a lot of DC superhero girls and all sorts of stuff. Her first live action was Wonder Woman with, you know, Gal Gadot. Yeah, she loved it. I mean, we even have a little Wonder Woman square for her. That at some point I'm going to have to wind up turning it into a pillow. I have a Batman one as well. That's going to make a really nice pillow because the Batman logo is in sequence. That's what I'm looking for. And the sweater itself is like some plush velour thing. And yeah, if people want, I can do a tutorial on that. It's just the kind of thing I would totally do here. I had for the longest time up on this channel a video on making a slouchy Pokemon beanie. That was a live stream. I took it down because I know I can do better, you know? You know what? Be angry. Rage isn't always a bad thing. And that is one I actually will discuss in when I do the Lantern Corps series. Looking at that. But it is that thing that helps you set boundaries, helps you recognize. Because we don't always see it. one reason or another. We don't always acknowledge when we're being disrespected. Or someone crossed our boundaries. Rage is that little voice sometimes that reminds you that sometimes it's okay, or what they did is not okay. And it's okay to have boundaries, even if somebody tells you otherwise. And that's kind of the sign that maybe that friendship has run its course. Not that I'm speaking from experience on that one. Just thinking of friendships, though, that's one of the things I'm kind of grateful for in this whole thing. Because I met Sil in the process of the release, the Snyder Cut fandom, movement. And he saw, because I was doing what I always do, hanging out in a chat, being a smartass and it all. Which, ironically enough, has actually gotten me onto a few live streams. And those that have, I'm actually still friends with them. As well, I do enjoy the being recognized, some people telling me I'm pretty, which doesn't happen much anymore. It's being acknowledged for what I know. That I love. Oh. And that's the kind of thing that'll quickly turn me into a loyal, fully loyal. I said I was doing what I always do, being a smartass. And I don't even know what it was I said. And chances are he probably won't remember it either. But I made some sort of comment. He looks and he's, you know what? We're going to get her into family. Hooked me up with Loki. Where I think Zod Rider was on that panel. And a few others. Well, not all of the friendships have remained tight from them. I made some really good friends and some really good friends since. Good morning, David. Thank you. At some point, actually, I'm going to put probably some watercolors down. I just got to the point last night I couldn't work on the hair anymore. I admit, hair is going to be another one of my studies I'm working on. Anyone who's seen my Instagram knows I'm currently working on folds. Hair will quickly be one of them, though. Trying to level up my drawings. Loud. And I think that's the kind of thing, for me, that's more important than just the individual actors. I mean, I have been through so many versions of Superman and Batman. Not so much Wonder Woman. She'll have her moments too. Okay, stretch. Get the back to grip. I was just touching like that too. That pissed me off. But I'll get back to that. For me, what came out of the whole thing, the Snyder Cut, all of that, isn't just the actors, the movies, or even anything having to do with WB itself. Beforehand, we were all treated like crazy. In fact, there are some channels that I admit I did not see it for myself, so, and knowing what I know about the source that told me, I'm taking it now for a grain of salt. But we're saying really nasty things about the Snyder Cut fans, and supposedly was even wishing death and whatnot on us. Supposedly. I don't know how much of that to take as true anymore. One, we were vindicated. We were shown that we weren't crazy. And that if we band together, we can make a difference. More importantly, we met people who shared our passion. A lot of those friendships. That's what's important. Superheroes come and go, particularly the actors who play them. Their roles will always be iconic. their moment is fleeting. The memories made and the friendships. That's what matters. I don't know what's going to happen with any of the actors. I'm glad to see that Henry is working on a Warhammer series, being that he is a big old nerd like the rest of us. And good morning, puppy. And that is another one of those things that he is ultimately passionate about, is that particular fandom. Okay. Off topic. Here's my debate. I'm having the debate of doing it all in color, partially in color. I don't know. This is my struggle. That squishy thing away from me. Over. You're gonna make for an interesting coin bite size. Alright, she can't keep it still. No, they shouldn't. And that is one of those things I am actually still angry about. Because that's not right. I might go for muted tones. It's purple. Okay. Behind the scene processes. No, definitely not a great color. A little bit of red to that. It's not looking right back there. Yep. That'd be a good lipstick color for her. Good lips color. Set that aside. I've got more of the golden ochre. Need to send to pink. Red, sorry. Take a bit of green. I don't know if you guys can even see what I'm doing. Nope. Okay, that's not bad. Just add in a whole ton of water. That's better. Yes. What do we got going on here? Thank you, Zack, you made DC cool again. Too bad we won't see the arc end. That was the thing about, oh god, what was that animated Justice League movie? There was one, it's not Doom. It was out recently too. The name will come back to me. Either that or somebody will actually look it up. For me, watching this one Justice League movie, where the Joker tricks Superman into killing pregnant Lois, and the fallout from there, for me, that was pretty close to. And I remember thinking at watching it that that might be as close as we get to seeing the arc finished. And they did it well. Enough for Henry's Warhammer. Worse and Twitter's Amazon who still cling to their fake diversity quota. Henry should be Superman, James Bond, and I don't know how to say that one. I agree that maybe someday someone listens. Fans that will rise from the ashes. Yeah. Just remember, there are some out there that are still fans like we are. Somebody's excited. Okay. Let me make sure I got. Yeah, Gollum's Zaslav, you'll fail this franchise. I'm surprised there has not been an Oliver Queen meme that has popped up in this, or at least one that I've seen. You know? Great choice for him as long as the studio or streaming service VA King isn't a fake maker. I can say his DC dance face over. Backlash would be flooding people. Yeah. I assuming Godot and Affleck wrote too? Yes. Affleck not confirmed at this point. Beyond, he is going to be retained for. Well, actually, didn't they say earlier in the week that he is not going to be Batman? But he is going to be held on for a possible directorial role. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm either going to love this or hate this one. I'm done. Godot was confirmed last night, though. Sorry. Saffron this much told Henry to his face instead of through trade variety. Yep. So yeah, starting with the Clark was printing reporter McGill saying Timothy Chalamet like person. That's the name that keeps popping up in like fan talks of who they would see. And I don't know. I don't know if, like, for me it's because there are so many people saying Alexandria Daddario, and I'm sure I said that wrong, would be a good Wonder Woman. But I keep thinking Logan Lerman would be an okay choice. flattering from this angle. Going in. Oh. Okay. Thank you, Martin. Funny Ezra still isn't done with the Flash. Yes, actually, yeah, he is. At this point, it's easier to assume, even if they haven't officially said it, that the entire Justice League is getting replaced. Whatever comes after this, that news, I don't know. And then Zack Snyder's Justice League was like, yes. I acknowledge I'm going to be a DC fan for life. And just because I don't like what they're doing right now doesn't mean I'm always going to, or what they're planning on doing, doesn't mean I'm always going to be angry about it, or never going to watch it again. And I grew up in fandoms. Star Trek. DC, obviously. Shoot, my first Batman was Adam West, and first Catwoman was Julie Newmar. Granted, those were reruns, but that was the only Batman we had when I was a kid. Yeah, when they announced Michelle Pfeiffer was going to be Catwoman, I was an angry little munchkin. Because the only Catwoman I had known was a brunette. Makes sense. They want to get as much money back as possible. With the Flash and Ezra firing would be a bad press. Honestly, I don't think it would be. I don't think it would be as bad as some maybe want to believe. Get something close. Nothing. We're going to get some backlash from this. Yep. Ben Affleck is having a whole another set of issues just started a production company with Matt Damon and married the woman with whom his life went nuts, in which, yeah. Let's just hope that they at least learned and not put the two of them back on screen together. We don't need another Gigli. I'm gonna click radio panels too. That was cool, I think. I admit the angle is not good right now. It should be more like that. We should do a slightly better work. I say Disney should try and get Captain Britain. Honestly, if they were going to snatch him up for any role, the one I would really like to see Henry play in Marvel, and this may be an unpopular choice, is Mr. Sinister. He's got the right look. And with everything he's been through, I think he's kind of earned the right to have fun and play the bad guy. You know what I mean? DC gone woke. Not from what I can see on that new logo. That's any indication. I know Sel and I are not in agreement as to which green lantern they're going to be using. Would I like for them to use drone? Absolutely. And that new DC logo, the new DC Studios logo, yeah, that looks more like Hal Jordan. I am not going for photorealism on this one. I think I've already gone ambitious with how detailed this is. Alexandria will now Gal Gadot, even if she has the blue eyes. They need to treat these heroes with standards, and I don't know if Gunn has a known but no, he hasn't. I'm with you. I'd like Wonder Woman to have blue eyes. Thank you, TJ. I do actually, and when now that I actually do have the, hold on, my brain catch up with me. I do finally have the sub count where I'm feeling confident enough to do the 500 celebration. So when I actually break down and do that, I'm actually going to pull up my old Marvel cards that I collected back in the day, because I have several runs of Marvel trading cards. And I was going to let the chat pick, because one of my favorite things to do with them was use them as inspirations for drawings, the poses and that kind of stuff. But I recognize that will have to be a later in the day thing. If the Flash ends up being a masterpiece of people will watch it in droves. Honestly, this is one of those things. I know I really don't expect the Flash to do well. I know too many people that are in the boycott Ezra Miller camp, including, some of my friends. Someone that's near and dear to me, and that's okay. Golden ochre. And a little bit of that brown. So I don't feel right starting this off with a yellow because it's bronze. It's not, and I recognize why it's bronze instead of gold, because Amazons were more Bronze Age. Actually creating visual short stories. You'll have to find that one to make what you mean there. Adam West is a legend. Absolutely. And you guys will notice I am trying to fade out the colors towards the bottom. So I do want to have that misty thing going on. There, I love you. Oh crap. Get off my paint. Every time he does this, he always winds up stepping in my paint tray. And yes, I know this suit color choice will be enough to piss off some people, and I don't care. Because that was one of the dumb things. People losing their mind over, oh, he's in the blue suit, he's not in the black suit. One, they didn't specify what point of the timeline Black Adam was in. And you don't think he's going to be, he's allowed to have more than one suit? I mean, shoot. Steve Harvey says a man should have 5 suits. Why is Superman only allowed 1? Capitalist Captain Britain was a false campaign run from his evil agent. Danny Garcia. Honest, no, she's been really good. Grumpy, you and I have very different information. We'll have to talk about that one. Just the reruns of the George Reeves Superman albums. Wow, that's awesome. That in the back was Tim Burton's Batman. Yeah. You know what? It takes me a lot. It takes a lot for me to be pissed off over a superhero movie. And yeah, that even includes some of the campier Batman movies of the 90s. There was aspects I liked about Val Kilmer. I really did not like Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face. That was definitely miscasting. Marvel's been on the most path of late in DC. There's bad stuff reading right now. That's an extra good choice. Thank you. Stuff like Henry First Century and Quasar. That'd be cool. Yeah, stuff here as well. And funny how both franchises as of late have had both Gunn and I'm gonna actually have to say his name properly for once, Taika Waititi. in their franchises as of late. I may even have to go back and rewatch Love and Thunder, just on the off chance, because I'd be willing to bet if you go through like probably the scene, the God's Palace, where they go and confront Zeus, or somewhere in there. Or maybe among the hooligans or whatever. Somewhere in that movie, I'd be willing to bet that James Gunn is a hidden cameo. Looks like Gavin repeatedly watched Superman 77. Yeah, Gunn went to a cabin and repeatedly watched Superman 77. It's going to do the Cub Reporter route from there. No, it's not a good. I'm with you. It's not a good start. At this point, I don't think a lot of like. I can't say for certain, because I admit it irritates me when I see other people saying it. But I really question if anybody really wants to see a young Justice League at this point, other than possibly Gen Z. And again, I'm not ruling out that there's a lot of them that don't want to see that either. Well, it's time to be dark. Just a little more crisp. No, I'm looking forward to Transformers. At this point, looks messy. You don't start by your scene for the lead of one among other troubles for me. I admit, when it comes to Transformers, I know nothing of the Transformers, like the original lineup type. It didn't catch me when I was a kid. I really caught on when Beast Wars became into the picture. And for reasons that I know some will definitely attest to. That is the kind of thing that would definitely appeal more to me. You know, I've joked enough that Hagrid is, to a certain point, my soulmate, and I will one day, I acknowledge one day, I will go out by trying to pet something that I really shouldn't. Because I just love animals. So seeing the beast, the Maximals, in that, I mean, oh my god, for me that was a happy moment. That was the kind of thing that I just Cheetor running beside Bumblebee. That was so cool. Hi, Integrity. No jumps on it. Ezra's a perpetrator now. I think he was a victim first. I despise his choices to Flash from jump. The Snyder Cut did not change that opinion, but you know, respect. Star Wars died, Marvel's died. Yeah, I've heard about Star Wars for long enough now. They're one of the craziest. I felt the strongest tentpole in the franchise. You know what? I don't think it's gonna stay down forever. This is still our family. And ultimately, all of these franchises have the same thing in common. They want to make money. And there will come to a point where they're going to stop favoring diversity over stories and put the focus back where it belongs. Shoot, I'm pretty sure Zaslav had a really rude awakening Thursday morning. He saw the stalks. I admit, I still struggle with that. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time, even recently, that he would contribute to one of the pictures. On one Batman, he has left a paw print on it. A couple of them, actually, recently he left a little paw print or something. Dead 43 as well. Honestly, I haven't even seen 2 yet. Some movies I'll get to, some I may not. No, Tommy Jones was terrible. But that movie can be significantly improved by a Schumacher cut. I would really like to believe that. I respect those in the Schumacher cut movement. I question it. I don't even know if this is actually making any sense or working. God, I really want to dark out just a bit more. I'm trying to catch up. No, it's just the Rock's ex-wife. Very opportunistic. You see, I don't know. This is somebody. He does trust this woman with his career. And for it to be his ex-wife, I mean, that does gotta add some credence to it. You know? I mean, I barely trust my kid with our daughter. Sorry, my ex with her daughter. I mean, let alone anything financial. Yeah, that would never happen. Mind you, this is also why I know there were some saying that she would be a good fit for the head of DC. And this is also why I really didn't want to have her or even Deborah Snyder. No. I've listened for too long of people blaming everything that goes wrong on a franchise or whatever, on, like, say, Star Wars or whatever, on the female. And do I recognize that Kathleen Kennedy and, you know, I will staunchly hold against those that say, talk trash about Wonder Woman 84. I enjoyed that movie. Was it perfect? No. And before anyone starts up, if you know, this is a no talking essay when it comes to that movie. And so, there was enough people saying that if you admit to liking the movie, you support that. That's not how I saw it. I saw my OP finally getting reunited and allowed their moment. Yeah, Love and Thunder was... Stop doing it. Love and Thunder was actually worse than Ragnarok, and I didn't think it was possible. Yeah. I admit, there was moments in Love and Thunder that even I struggled with. Finding the good. If DC can be dead to you, Nightwing, that's fine. It never will be for me. Not completely. Mm-hmm. Okay, I am hoping I'm still live and you guys can see me. I'm really hoping I'm still live now because I see Sky in the chat. Supposedly. Okay. Give me a hi or something. Ah, okay. Got a new pop-up from Grumpy. What I'm hopeful about is that it seems to be family instead of fake folk. Yeah, looks like the gremlins took her stream out. Something. My Wi-Fi has been a complete and total pain in the rumpus lately, and I don't know what's going on. Like, it randomly went out twice last night during Sill's stream. Hi guys. Oh my god. No clue what's going on here. Between the camera being a pain because it needs to be replaced, which is also why you guys are getting this cruddy angle. I'm so sorry. Oh, but you guys are getting a treat. Come here. Come here. Hey. Give Mama boop. No? The complete polar opposite of my cats. There you go. Look in your upper right corner. I'm hoping I got the right side. There you go. My own personal Kryptonian kitty. You get both cats in this stream. You guys are lucky. And the water's fresh too, so that probably helps. Whatever you did with that hammer worked. And thank you, David. Thank you, David. Yeah, this really. Yeah, Sky missed the fun earlier because the camera just randomly decided to cut off at one point. I do need to upgrade my stuff. Okay, let's work up a little more of that dark. Just because even though I'm not putting a ton of details into his hair, I do want to get a little detail in here. Mm-hmm. It looks from what Gunn said that they want him to replace someone else in DC, as he obviously needs to have more play Lobo. I would love to know where that rumor started. Because I follow Momoa on Instagram, and he posts all the time there. Oh my god, multiple times a day. The only one that posts more is that I've seen is Winston Duke. That's a man who is loving being a walking thirst trap right now. And you know what? respect. But Momoa actually is happily working on a lot of personal projects. He's got working on some clothing lines, which includes shoes and like men's underwear, that kind of stuff. His various water bottles and stuff that are proceeds or something go to protecting the oceans, which is something that has been a big deal of his since he started becoming Aquaman. And of course, his personal movie studio, his own filming productions. Like even the one he posted yesterday was about they had gone and filmed a volcano, and the volcano started flowing as they got there, as they started filming, and it stopped as soon as they were done. And the coincidence of that was just so beautiful. So I can't see him being really eager to continue with the shenanigans that DC has shown to do, when he has been very happy being his lovable, overly excited self about the projects that are actually near and dear to his heart. Guess what's the Duke that's supposed to love? Sky, I could totally throw you a link if you want. I am really bad at just babbling for the sake of, and that way if my Wi-Fi does drop off again, at least the chat has somebody to talk to. I don't know why it's been doing that lately. There's a little brown in there. Roll with it. Honestly, there is one I would have much rather see as Lobo, and I'm 50-50 whether I actually want to admit it on stream, because I seriously think James Gunn hangs out in various streams because of the stuff that we've seen. And if Sky's listening, he will agree. Probably. He seems very reactionary to stuff random people say on streams. And I'm not sure I want him to take my Lobo pick. Okay. The one I would love to see is Roman Reigns. And I say that one because he does have the right look for it. But I've been a wrestling fan for a long time. I really think that wrestling fan and superhero fans have a lot in common. And it wouldn't surprise me if there was a lot of overlap there. Even more than I'm aware of. But I recognize he's been hanging around. He's been wrestling a while now. And he is starting to get into that point where he's playing the mentor role, which is where a lot of the older ones tend to favor playing because they, for various reasons, and some of what is, they've gotten to the point where they've probably received more than one injury. Man, DC Studios really doesn't want you talking positive about them right now. That's my story, and I'm going with it. There you go. I just dropped you one. Unfortunately, when my Wi-Fi goes down, I mean, I tend to be left without like any access to the internet. So I can't even post online that crap, my Wi-Fi's down. Which is going to make this whole thing very entertaining. DC Studios can't keep me down. Thank you. Okay, let's work on you. Ooh. I was trying to hydrate the yellow earlier. Okay, yes, I did drop the link in for you, babe. Okay. And Gremlins defeated again. Okay, I have no idea where I'm even lost at this point. Oh yeah, I'm with you, David. The DCU, yeah, they keep interfering in my stream. That's my story. I'm sticking with it. Got nothing to do with the fact. Oh, stop that. Got nothing to do with the fact that I've had this same Wi-Fi router for 6 years. And it's probably time to update it. But I need to bug the people about it. The Wi-Fi people. My service provider. Gotta love my technical terms, don't you? Okay, let's see what I can do to catch back up. A little bit. Just get dressed. Forgive me if I missed anything important. I'm not even sure where I keep dropping off. Jason likes Lobo. He has been very open about the fact that was what he originally wanted to play. Until Zack explained to him why he wanted him for Aquaman. And as someone who was who spent half his time growing up in Hawaii, and someone who spent half his time growing up in Ohio, I believe it was, he could understand the proverbial fish out of water, somebody who doesn't really feel like they fit into either world. And then Aquaman became really so clearly dear enough to his heart that he has been like doing clean up the ocean projects. And he says it, and I love how he advertises these projects, is, as Aquaman. He really does say that. That's just adorable. Like, he doesn't say it as someone who plays Aquaman. No, he really does say it all as Aquaman. Oceans are important to me. That's what I want. Okay, here's hoping they don't mess with me again. And I can hopefully get this thing done. Okay, I'm going to take part of that and a bit of the red. Keep an eye. Went to James Gunn. Normies like me can be just as picky and hard to maintain as the hardcore fans. Oh yeah. I don't think he understands that most people really don't like his humor. His and Waititi's. Two of them have the same humor lately. Next time. I'm having no luck with this. Oh, I got it. Just move on to the North and the little part. Despite its laundry list of departures and liberties in Amber Heard, I still like to see Aquaman movie, but I'd rather see Momoa's logo than playing in DC. I don't know. I said I don't know if there's any actual weight to the rumors. I don't think anybody knows at this point. This is not working. See if I can pull this back a bit. That ain't working. Bring that back just a notch. And give me a thumbs up when you're ready, bud. Okay. We have our first drawstring guest. And somebody that I'm actually very happy to be streaming with again. Hey, babe.
Oh, hello. How you doing, man? How you doing?
Doing good. How was the movie last night?
Oh my God. Avatar 2 was fantastic. It was better than I thought it was going to be. I have been telling people for this whole time that I wasn't really sure why people were doubting James Cameron's ability to make a sequel,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, he really knocked that thing out of the park. I was very pleased with what I saw last night. So I had a great time.
Yeah, that's one of those things that doesn't really make sense. I mean, if people the people questioning his ability to make a
Oh,
sequel, I mean,
the
most
kitty getting in the way.
most of us, but I love you. Um, I mean, one of his biggest hit movies is Terminator 2.
Yeah, yeah, fantastic. One of the greatest sequels of all time,
Mhm.
right? And also Aliens was
Right.
his as well, right? Another one of the greatest sequels of all time. And so, yeah, I think that doubting his ability to make a sequel was quite questionable for me. And I'm just glad that I never got off that train because that movie's fantastic, really is.
I will admit, when it comes to Avatar, if I watch it, it's not going to be in theaters because, and when I
Mhm.
say if, it is a big if. Because the first movie really didn't do it for me.
Mads, you can't do that. Can't do that with this one. It's like, I saw it the way that I feel that it was intended to be seen. I went to an IMAX 3D showing with a high frame rate as well. No, it's like it's a game changer. It's literally like one of the most now I understand why the sequels took this long
Mhm.
now. They had to. I mean, he couldn't have probably delivered what he did if they would have come out sooner, especially not looking the way that it does. I mean, it's mind blowing.
You see, and
It's
sorry, finish up.
oh because it's not only just the CGI and like the world building and the performance capture, it's also the high frame rate as well. I don't know if you saw Gemini Man like that, but if you get the 4K Blu-ray, it has the high frame rate on there as well.
Mhm.
And if you watch that movie regularly, it's not even the same movie. because with Ang Lee, a lot of the shots that he created for that film were to really highlight the high frame rate that he, um, chose to use. And so it's the same thing with this. I mean, it's really spectacular. Like it's really spectacular. The level of world building and technology and just like cinematic feel that this movie has. So I'm definitely gonna see it more times. I want that sequel. I want all the sequels now. I want to see how this whole thing is gonna play out.
I don't doubt that. I mean, I from the time I've known you, when you watch a movie, you watch it multiple times, and it really seem to enjoy name dropping where you're going. I can't
Yeah,
blame you.
cause I gotta let them know. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, and here's the thing: James Cameron wasn't at my screening, but I knew that there was kind of some give and take that had to happen. I could have went to the one that was going to have James Cameron and probably everybody there,
Mhm.
but I couldn't get the IMAX 3D with the high frame rate there, right? And so I was like, "Yo, do I really just want to watch this in regular 3D, or do I want to watch it in IMAX 3D with the high frame rate?" I was like, "Yo, I have to go to the IMAX one." And it was a huge crowd. Yeah, the movie got a standing ovation at the end. It was people crying, people cheering, just all kind of stuff. So great experience.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad that I caught you live though this morning because you go live like really early and I'm usually like still kind of sleeping. And so yeah, I was glad that you were live. And then when I saw that you were having internet problems, I was like, yo, let me come on here and see if I can talk to the mama bear while she's drawing.
Now, I recognize it's a rough thing for me to do because I know there are uh, several in my followers, friends, whatever, that actually are in your state.
Mm, yeah.
So I know that's the rough thing to do, but this is also one of the few times I can also get a quiet
Oh
room,
yeah.
even when,
Oh yeah.
like, of course, in the warmer weather, it would be starting to pick up outside.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, I know that you got to do what you got to do when you
Mhm.
got to do it. So I'm just glad that I was able to catch you this time.
This is the rough part, man. Stuff's hard on the back.
Grumpy said
Oh, thank you. Oh, hey,
that.
Batman.
Wait, first, what's up to the chat? Much love and appreciation to all you guys out there. I see some familiar faces and to some new ones. Grumpy is always here. You know what I'm saying? I got much love for Grumpy.
Yeah, Grumpy is the CSF mod extraordinaire, and he has been. I know you follow me on Instagram, so you have probably
Hmm.
seen some of his work at this point because
Mm,
because he does tag me in it. Because
yeah.
I do I do need to get back on to actually not get back on. I do need to get around to working on my Lantern Core series.
Yeah. I saw that Grumpy said that they didn't care for the story in the first Avatar, and that this one has the
Mhm.
potential to be better. It's not potential; it is better. It's 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 a lot better.
Mhm.
Like, and I actually liked the first Avatar. I didn't mind that it was a live action Fern Gully. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Thank
you
you.
know, I didn't mind, right? And especially with all the with all the visuals and everything. And I think I saw Avatar like 4 or 5 times in theaters.
Mhm.
This one, I don't know how many times that I'm going to see it because I'm just like naturally busier now. But if I had the time, I would probably see it more times than I saw that first one. And this one definitely sets up sequels. I mean, there's all types of questions that are left unanswered that you really want to know. The story is much better. Um, with the first one, I kind of get it now. He had to do so much world building, right? There was
Mhm.
so much world building in that first movie that now that you don't have to do as much, right? I mean, but there's still tons of world building because we just saw like a little kind of section of Pandora. Now it's really being opened up, and you're learning more about the ecosystem and everything like that, and its oceans. Um, oh my God, the water! I could have a conversation about the water like all day. Like it is the best looking water
Mhm.
um, CGI that I've ever seen. I
See,
mean, it literally
that's the
looks
kind of
real.
stuff that would make me tempted on seeing it.
Oh no, like recently when he was saying that the Marvel movies aren't really going to compare in terms of CGI, boy was he not joking. He was not joking. Like I've never seen it is the most gorgeous
Mhm.
movie I've ever seen in my life, ever, ever, hands down. And I know I'm kind of talking big, but yo, it's really crazy, especially when you see it the way that I saw it with the high frame rate and everything. It's really something.
See, I'm used to James Cameron's fans talking big about it. I mean, I was working at a pet shop when uh, a pet supply store when the first one came out, and my coworker was one of those. One of my coworkers was one of those that talked non-stop about it, and I think that's part of what soured me to it, because I don't know if this is just something unique to me, but it, joke. It was the same thing with the Joker movie with somebody else. But yeah, just hearing about how great this thing is all the bloody time, I'm like, yeah, I get it. You love this, okay?
Yeah.
And when you finally get around to watching this, if you actually haven't gotten completely sick of the just hearing about it through this one person, it's like, okay, now you've just set it up for failure. you know?
Hey, I get it because it is a tightrope that I'm walking, but I have to tell all you guys, I have to tell you all that this movie's fantastic, yo. Literally. Um, I took my mom to go see it.
Aw.
And yo, she was in there crying. Um, if you are big on family in any type of way, shape, form, or fashion, this movie's gonna hit you. It just is. Like all the family dynamics are there, like all of them. And it's it was literally people crying left and right. I mean, it was. Yeah, I almost cried. Almost. Didn't
Okay,
quite get me, but almost. Yeah.
so you're telling me your mom was sitting right next to you as you were losing your mind in Sill's stream last night.
Hmm?
you because you were letting loose on
Oh yeah.
At Sill's stream last night.
No, no, no. I was driving. We weren't in the same car though. We just
Okay.
met up at the theater. So no, 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 no. I mean, but I would have said what I said right in front of her anyway. I mean, she knows what I do. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
Like she has seen a lot of my streams, so she already knows what's up.
Austin was there making jokes in the chat. I mean, I was dying watching it. Because he was going on that you made the driver just like poop himself, and I'm like, oh my god.
Man, yeah. Nah, it was some funny stuff in that stream. Some of the stuff happened while I was in the theater, and I had to go
Hmm.
back and watch it later. Oh my goodness.
I was wondering if you caught that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got Grumpy saying Avatar 2 could really be a hit. It seems to be very Top Gun Maverick like in its approach to family, which we have not
Hmm.
seen in 10. Yo, nah, it's man. You literally have the father son dynamic, the father daughter dynamic, the mother daughter dynamic, the mother son dynamic, the brother to brother dynamic, the brother to sister dynamic. Yo, like it's literally like all there. It's all there, and I think that this movie is going to be highly successful.
Mm.
Highly successful, right? We got David Quintana saying that it could make 2 billion. Definitely, probably,
This was the easier part of having somebody in the stream.
right? We got retro. That stream last night was bananas. Yes, it absolutely was. I wasn't even gonna hop on, right? I mean, I
Which time?
had the first time, right? Right, when I was actually dressed and on camera, right? Yeah, no, but I was literally like about to leave the house, and I was like, "Yo, I can't stay," because Hollywood is like with traffic, it's like a little
Mm.
over, it's a little over an hour from me, just purely because of traffic. It really isn't even that far, like mileage wise, but
Yeah.
the traffic be crazy. So I like had to go, and then I was in the car and I was listening, and then I heard a certain to somebody saying some stuff, and I was like, "Yo, I got to go back on right now." And yeah, I just
I,
went right back in while I was driving.
I warned him. I warned him. A space where both you and Marcus are heated probably isn't the safest space to go. I just didn't know I was warning about the wrong person.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's funny because I definitely was heated. I definitely was heated, but you got to get that stuff out,
Mhm.
and once you get it out, then it's a lot better. So I know Retro was there. Grumpy's like, "What are you guys talking about?" He's like, "What stream did
S-
I miss last night?"
I float around a few channels for your groups, Grumpy. This one was Syllabdual. I can't keep track of what his channel name is because he's been changing it so much lately. It was Syllabdual Inc. I think it is.
It's still I do Geeked now. It was
Syllabdual
Ink,
Geeks.
but
Thank you.
mhm,
I can't keep
right.
track. Frankly, there are sometimes I can't keep track of the amount of name changes I've gone through.
Yeah. Nah. Mama Bear is definitely a huge part of Seal Nation, the Cool Table family, right? The Mikey verse. She's in all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So
Well, Syl got me into the first fandom. You
hey,
know,
that's dope.
that was pretty much our first introduction. I was hanging out in a chat that he was in because of somebody he was streaming with,
Hmm.
and I was doing what I do in every chat. I'm making smart aleck comments, and sometimes actually knowledgeable stuff. And he's like, you know what? We're getting into the
Most of the
fandom
time.
most of the time.
Mhm.
Sometimes I'm just being a smartass for the sake of being a smartass, and I acknowledge it. My favorite joke is, I'm Canadian, and in the wintertime, we got nothing better to do than be smartasses. So,
And say, what is it? A boot.
I, see, my part of Canada doesn't do that. I
Okay.
for the longest time though, I really believed that was just a stereotype.
Mm.
And then I met sort of a cousin that I have out that grew up out in the prairies.
In Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. Hold on, I was just
Actually,
joking.
literally, yes.
I
Literally,
was just joking.
he's in Germany now.
Hmm.
Has some sort of cafe or something like that with his wife. But it was the funny part because he did up this stream on Facebook, this video or whatever, and he's like, "Oh yeah, right over there is where we're going to put the geodesic dome." And I'm like, my jaw's on the ground watching this video, like, holy crap, they really are Canadians they're talking about. And I'm
Yeah.
related to one. Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh no, I've definitely heard it. Uh, we got Stunning and Brave Megatron in here saying that they were up till 3 a.m. working on a project, and that's why they missed the stream. We got there's a good
That's
Austin in here. Shout out to the cool table, right?
Yeah, I'm Toronto area.
Yes, yes. The 6.
That man does not represent my city. I do
Oh
not
my
care.
God! Hey, don't say that around Austin. Austin's gonna get really mad if you start talking bad
It's
about
my
Drake.
stream. It's my stream.
Yeah, he really
Shoot,
he
you
really
get
loves
TJ in
Drake.
here, he'll start talking trash too.
Mm. Y'all don't like Drake?
He's not Drake is not as loved in Toronto as he really believes.
Mm. She said, "As he really believes." Drake said he is the man in the 6.
He likes to break.
Right.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I may have overdone
Right.
myself with this project.
Really?
Yes.
She's like, yo, hey, it is coming along very nicely though.
Thank you.
Very nicely.
Unfortunately, because of the background, it is going to take a while for it to dry. So I can do what outlining I actually want to do.
Yes. Uh-oh, we got Leon of the New Geeks in the house
Hey,
as
Leon.
well. Another cool table member. I sent out the bat signal on Twitter. I was like, yo, I'm pull up, pull up, I'm chatting with Mads, so
Yeah, that's where me and that's why Northeast. Yep, I'm in the same. Yeah, I'm in the same time zone as you and Leon because yeah, with skies late night streams. I'm falling asleep just like you guys.
right. Yeah. Nah, see, because I'm on that West Coast time, and I know that a lot of you guys be up late and trying to rock out with me, so I much appreciate it. Grumpy said, I'm not a fan of Degrassi street life rap.
And the thing is, I've actually known a bunch of the Degrassi kids. I mean, my brother is one of his friends is I think an original Degrassi kid. I don't remember whether it was. No, he was the second generation. He was the second round. Degrassi Junior High. But anyway, he even showed up at my brother's wedding. In a purple kilt with Doc Martens leather jacket, dreads flowing behind him. It was a sight to see. I loved it.
I bet. Right. We got Retro saying almost got all of the cool table. We just missing the homie Lord Necron, and then everybody would be here. Austin saying Mama Bear struggling by the Atlantic Ocean like the rest of us.
Yep.
Right.
Well, you guys are closer to the Atlantic than I am, because I'm in Toronto.
Yeah, y'all. I'm on the Pacific Ocean, like literally.
Yep.
Like I'm literally like on the Pacific Ocean, like it's my backyard.
I'm surprised you guys haven't played up on that when it comes to the whole cool table thing, because you guys are covered coast to coast.
Oh no, the cool table is definitely nationwide. Literally, like we are across from um, the Pacific to Central to Eastern. So
Hmm.
absolutely, we are nationwide, but the Cool Table family is worldwide, though.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? That is worldwide. It knows no borders, right?
yeah, I hear that. I know people
Yeah.
like I even know people in Norway and that kind of stuff.
Mm, Norway,
Hmm.
man. You know what? I got
And
to
what
get down
man
there
is brilliant.
one of these days, yo. You know, and go visit to some of them Nordic countries,
Honestly, so would I. I
right?
got family out there and that I've never met. You know what? That's probably a good thing.
We got Leon saying I might be on that West Coast time too in January or February. Uh oh.
Oh,
Mm,
I know
right.
you. I see. If he had said April, I would know what he was talking about. But
Oh man, actually, you know what? Can you keep a secret, man?
I can.
Okay, all right, cool. Nah, it actually might be. It might be in March.
Okay.
Yeah, it might have gotten moved up for certain reasons. So
Reasons.
March is the new kind of target date, and we're gonna start really pushing that pretty soon. So
And that's
yeah,
when I need
it's
to contact Savage Bell.
right. Um, we got Grumpy saying I'm on Eastern Standard Time myself in Pennsylvania.
I
I
always
feel it.
wondered where you
Much
were.
love to Pennsylvania, right? He said you for sure got to check out Sil's stream from last night. It's long, but just put it on and draw. You'll get some great entertainment. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Nah, it's definitely a long stream.
definitely. Hey, you definitely put it on later, Grumpy. I don't know why I gave him iFlix. Um, it is. There are some points that it is absolutely hilarious, and I won't even lie. I was laughing with some people in private chats
Oh
because
yeah. Oh yeah.
I try to as a mod I try to be good,
Yeah.
but there are sometimes you
Especially
just can't help it, you know.
especially one of those moments. I was like, yo. And I think you know what I'm talking about too.
Oh,
That was
I know
yeah, that was
everyone just
I never want to hear anything ever from that person ever again because I'm gonna just bring that up. I'm just gonna be like, remember that time?
oh I have admitted, and I have no issue saying it because that person does not hang out in my chat. Even on the few live streams that we've been in together, they don't acknowledge me.
Mm.
So I have no problem the next time that he shows up, you know, requesting a link. I'm going to ask if he's got permission.
Right. Um, we got Grumpy saying now Rush. That's up there with the best Canadian exports like William Shatner. That Rush I like.
Yeah, William
And then
Shatner,
Austin.
Keanu Reeves.
hmm And then Austin says, if we're being technical though, I'm a walk away from the Gulf Coast, only East Coast place where you can watch the sunset over the ocean.
Nice.
Max. Um, and then yeah, let's see. Leon says definitely March, but I'm talking about um a potential other trip. Yeah, that's just something that me and Leon was on. Right.
Yeah, I'm not crying.
Austin saying that he's been to a Rush concert. Oh, and Leon says had a prime example of why people should mute until ready to speak. Yo.
It's also a really good example of why a lot of us make sure that we're in a nice, safe location, not doing whatever while we're
Right.
just saying.
That's why you were supposed to help me. You too busy talking on the phone. Oh my god, that was so funny. That was so funny.
I know certain groups that would have been that would have been clipped and memed immediately.
Right. Right. Oh my goodness. That is, yeah, that was definitely a sight to behold.
That was awesome. Actually, I like her. I'm not even apologizing about that. I like her.
I'm really liking what you're doing with this drawing of the Trinity thing, man. You know,
Thank you.
it it is kind of a way to get out some more feelings too in like a healthy and, cool way, right? Just kind of hanging out and drawing.
That's really kind of how I got started drawing anyway. It was just working out feelings and, you know, trying to escape bad stuff.
Hmm. Make sure y'all smash that like button as well while we're
I'm really
here
bad about
hanging
that.
out with the Mama Bear. Subscribe if you haven't already. We just helped her get to 500 subs
Hmm.
not too long ago, and now we're on to 600, right?
Yeah, I'm at about 515 right now. So I'm actually at the point where I would probably wind up um, feeling confident enough about doing the 500 celebration live stream.
A boot. Mama Bear, did you try that thing that I told you with bikini?
Yeah, I did the admin thing. I did.
Did it work?
I he has not responded. I guess I did
Mm,
it late last night, and he does do Twitch streams late night.
okay.
Well, more regular time for you guys because he's in California. For me, it's late night.
Oh wait, he's in California. Oh,
Yeah,
we
San
might have to link
Francisco.
up. That's kind of far from me. But where there's a will, there's a way. Mm,
I was going to say, how many times have you joked about coming to Toronto, but San Francisco's too far?
right? Hey, but where there's a will, there's a way,
Yeah,
right? Right. Um, Retro Nerd Girl said that was hilarious, right?
it was beautiful.
Speaking about that stream last night, uh, Austin said dude was copping a large number 4, but got a full talking to instead by his mom. Oh my God, Joe. That was really funny. Adjust
I,
this real
I
quick.
don't know. I kind of want to send her a basket now because I love this woman.
Right. 19 like hype.
Oh, sweet.
Um, the good Austin says expression is a form of therapy and escape. Artists
Hmm.
create to release these emotions. I myself make music that nobody listens to, but it's one of the greatest feelings, as I'm sure this is Mama Bear.
Oh yeah. I am fascinated by anyone who can actually play an instrument because I have tried.
Mm,
I spent many years doing choir, but the something about the translating one to the other just seems fundamentally broken in my brain.
hmm. Yeah, we got Leon saying Frisco is pretty dope. We got Grumpy saying people write books that no one reads as they
Mhm.
do it for themselves, and I am down with that. Facts.
Definitely not a hoser, sir. Yeah, don't be all ninja. Definitely not a hoser, sir. We got the friendship in Mama Bear, so that
I'm
means we
definitely not a
feel certified.
hoser. I'm
Hoser.
a hoser, right?
The only reason I can do that is because of my dad. He used to watch SCTV, and they had this. Uh, it was Rick Moranis and God, I don't remember who the other guy was. But it was Bob and Doug McKenzie. And they were always running around and going, calling each other hosers. And I will track down the Bob and Doug Christmas song because you will die. It's they eventually get bored halfway through.
Man, the funniest thing I've ever seen talking about Canadian accents was there was this, what was it? It was almost like it was like not a documentary. It was like a compilation of like these animated
Mm-hmm.
like these animated cartoons from Kevin Smith's podcast called the Smodcast or whatever.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness. And I think it was called like Smodimations or something. But yo, there was like this part from Kevin Smith's podcast where they were joking about Canadians. It was so funny. And they were just doing the voices and everything. And just having the cartoon there with it just made it so much funnier.
See, there's something about Kevin Smith. I would actually give him the pass on the joking about Canadians because it wouldn't surprise me if it comes out that he's like part one of us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's called Kevin Smith Smodimations and it's a movie. Yeah, that was like one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. It was really hilarious. Really hilarious. And yeah, I always kind of think back to that little sketch where they're talking about the maple syrup and everything, and they're doing the voices, and I'm just like, come on, oh man.
Well, maple syrup is a way of life here.
Oh,
And
so
poutine.
that's true,
Yes.
right? Okay.
I can't really speak about most provinces, but I can't lie that yes, I do like I do actually know the different grades of maple syrup and all of that.
Got
But
it.
again, former chef, so that would
Stunning and
increase.
brave. Megatron
Megatron.
saying Soundwave is the best musician on Cybertron. Facts, right?
Megatron is
Uh,
actually another artist in the CSF Nation, and is currently Megatron? Correct me if I'm wrong. You're working on another diorama for your Transformers because he's got an impressive Transformer collection.
we got Leon saying oils, pastels, sketch, my favorite tools and methods. Uh-oh. Grumpy says, Mama Bear, I grew up playing cello and clarinet, but now I'm trying to train with a different instrument. The pencil, LOL. SCTV is gold. I
Is
love it as much as Monty
Monty
Python.
Python? Yeah, that was another one my dad played a lot.
Right. Austin says, Mama Bear, those guys are what inspired the Funny Moose guys and Brother Bear. Those dudes
Nice.
still kill me today, eh? Megatron says South Park's depiction of Canadians is 100% perfect.
Right? The whole trash can lid heads and everything. I love it.
Right. Retro says progress is the Canadian pronunciation that always gets me. Uh-oh, how do they say progress? Progress?
Progress is how I say it.
Progress?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I admit being more because I grew up in Toronto,
Hmm.
so the I've said it a number of times. I really believe Toronto is basically like New York light. And having spent time in New York, I really believe that even more. Um,
Yeah.
like we have certain cities that overlap for both of them that mimic. Um, but I know the further central you get, the more pronounced, the different the languages get, and the weirder the habits. I showed you guys that thing that they do out in Saskatchewan with the football. I did not. My sister lives out there. I didn't believe it until I saw the video myself, where they carve watermelons into football helmets where they anytime the Rough Riders play. I thought she was pulling my leg. It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah. That watermelon helmet thing was a little weird to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
Right?
But anyway, right. We got Grumpy saying the maple syrup thing is so true that even I do it.
Mhm.
And we got Grumpy talking about dioramas. Stunning says, I'm going to be doing the diorama next month, and I'm going to be color Archie and Bumblebee for the Christmas stream.
Nice.
Uh-oh. That sounds like that's going to be dope, Megatron.
Oh, yeah. He does amazing Transformer drawings. I am one of these days going to learn how he does metal, just so I can get it like done nicely like him.
Retro says that she needs to follow Megatron because she makes dioramas as well.
Mm-hmm. His dioramas are actually really impressive.
Mm-hmm. And then we have Megatron asking what kind does she make, to which she says Christmas, Barbie, space, all 1/6 scale. Yo.
Oh, Retro, you are speaking my language.
Sounds like we got some more content.
I even have a mini-me kicking around here somewhere. Okay, I think I'm good there.
Yep. And we got Grumpy saying that he forgot about Brother Bear, but they believe that it was Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas.
Dave Thomas, thank you.
Yes.
There we go.
And then we got Grumpy saying, I forget about the South Park Canadians. Right?
Funny thing is, when
Terrence
that South
Phillips,
Park
right?
movie came out,
Oh, see, there you go, a little bit, right?
When the South Park movie came out, the ones who who actually got the biggest kick out of Blame Canada was actually Canadians.
Oh yeah, Blame
Other than
Canada.
Anne Marie.
Blame Canada.
She didn't find the humor in that one.
Right. And we have Grumpy saying, then clearly I need. Grumpy says, clearly I need to subscribe to Retro Nerd Girl. Oh yeah, she makes super dope content. I always tell everybody to go sub over there.
Movies. She knows her
Right.
really rare known. It's not the word I'm looking for, but obscure. She knows some really good obscure movies.
Right, cult classics.
Mm-hmm.
It's all great over on her channel. So you can go ahead and sub there if you haven't, which Grumpy said that he just did. Megatron says it's pretty easy to make diodes if you know basic measurements and have a Michaels nearby. It's pretty simple to learn.
I know you're saying Michaels. I also know you pick up some of your supplies at Home Depot. Or Rona, or one of them.
Do you guys have Michaels in Canada?
Yeah, we do. The one I'm really going to break you about, though, is we have Toys R Us.
Still?
Yeah, we never lost
it. Toys R Us was like, man, a thing like that's just almost like an ancient relic over here. It's really like an ancient memory. Just going to Toys R Us. Man, as a child was so dope, but yeah, they're like, I don't think we have them anymore at all. I haven't seen one in forever, so
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm good there.
Looking good, Mama Bear.
Yep, that is. I'm gonna pull that up. Let's see if I can. I can never remember. I can never
There
remember
you go.
these.
There
There
you
we are.
go.
There you go.
I was gonna tell you to do that earlier. I was like, yo, I don't know, like
And I
why you
did
got
this.
me all
I did
blown
the
up.
same. I did the same with Sean. It's just I don't know why I was keeping you on the same level.
Like, yo, I'm not, they should be focusing
Hi,
on
Candy.
the drawing.
I hate to make y'all jelly, but we got 3 Toys R Us further. Yeah,
Oh man.
I don't even know how many's in my vicinity at this point because
Mhm.
again, big city. You know,
Right. We got Grumpy saying I can get to a Michaels and a Hobby Lobby.
mm,
Mama Bear, I have never been more jealous in the whole of my life. We need Toys R Us back.
I have been so tempted so many times over the time I've been hanging out on YouTube to just take a video of going into Toys R Us just to tease the Americans.
Oh my God. Yeah.
There is a slight evil streak that floats in me. I won't lie.
Just a little bit. Just a teensy weensy bit. Retro says it looks fantastic. I love
That's
the
better.
Trinity.
When I put it up to the right angle, because that's the thing. And then I can figure out how to upgrade my camera. I want to make sure I've got it mounted above, so
Hmm.
because the angle makes a huge difference. Because here I've got fat man.
Yo, Grumpy
She can
says,
love it.
then my jealousy extends to all of you Canadian instances.
Canadian.
Canadian instances.
I'm I'm I'm
Canadian.
I'm getting some Gollum vibes in that. You filthy little
Right.
hobbitses.
We definitely don't need that, yo.
I got one in Florida by a mall in my area, if I'm not mistaken. Oh my god! See, they got everything in Florida.
Hmm. Yeah. And Florida's gonna be underwater pretty soon, so I don't even know why. Um,
I, for what I've heard from the Floridians I've known, I don't think they'll really matter. I mean,
right,
my father's was from a country that's technically under sea level.
right. Hey, I was just watching a movie talking about a sea tribe. You know what I'm saying? It's like hey, that might be that might be Leon in them pretty soon. Uh,
Hey, and any state where the people and from what I understand, this seems to be a national hobby. One, they judge things by a particular restaurant on how serious the weather is.
mhm.
I legit was told by on stream by I think it was drunk. Like, oh yeah, if you just see a gator, you just give it a little pat on the butt. No, no, thank you. If I ever go down there and there's a gator in the vicinity, I'm climbing the tallest thing near me. I don't care if it's a human being.
Oh my god! Right?
I'm 5'4", and I know how these things have not needed to evolve since the dinosaurs. I'm not going near one.
Right.
Callie
We got
might be
Grumpy
underwater too.
saying, "Hey, what? Oh man, look. You know how you wanna know what's so funny? Everybody be like, "Oh my God, California and the earthquakes." We had like the last major earthquake was when I was a small child, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all have hurricanes every year and gotta board your houses up. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Be on
that
hurricane watch.
that's the thing. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Even in the most recent hurricane, where they closed this magical restaurant that people judge how serious the weather is, you still had people walking around outside.
yeah, right.
Like I thought, it's just a category 4. It's no big deal. You know.
I feel it. Yeah. We got Megatron saying alligators are adorable. They always look like they're smiling and having a good time. Right? Yeah.
Unfortunately, I do think I need to wrap things up, and I imagine you've got a day to get along with as well.
Oh yeah. I was just glad to be hanging out for a little bit and to be part of your morning or
Mhm.
day. It's still morning for me, so I'm not sure what time it is over there in Canadian land, right?
For me, it's 1:30.
Right. Nah, I was joking. But thank you for having me on, and I'm glad that I was able to help try to stabilize the stream a little bit.
My Wi-Fi seems to like you. When I do the
Right?
500, might invite all you guys on the cool table for it. Hopefully,
It's a lot of pressure. It's a
yeah.
lot of pressure. Yeah, because we're all gonna be nervous, right? But I'm pretty sure that we can pull up. Pretty sure that we can pull up.
Okay. All right. Okay. Uh, those of you get those. Some of you will know, and some of you will not know. Tomorrow you will be able to find me with Malcolm Draws. I believe it's going to be at 2 o'clock, and I should be letting my guest say what's going on in his world first. It has been so long since I've had a guest. Sky, tell the people. There we go. Trying that again. My computer's slow. Wake up, Ace. Okay, tell the people where they can find your fun stuff.
Oh my goodness. I have a YouTube channel, Skywalker the Jedi. I'm on Twitter, at Skywalker Tweet, and on Instagram, Skywalker the Jedi, all one word. Yes, you guys can catch me on YouTube. I do streams where I'm talking about movie stuff. Lately, I've been doing a lot of DC talk, but I'm not really too happy with what's going on. So we are branching out and talking about other things, but usually the the surrounding like movies and pop culture and stuff. Excuse me. So yes, catch you guys over there. Sub and check things out, and hopefully I can provide you guys some entertainment. Thank you, Mads, for having me on. It was an honor, and I'm glad that we were able to chat for a little bit.
Take it down. Wake up. There you go. Okay, and again, I will hopefully see if I can salvage this into a bite size. I don't know if I'll be able to with all the entertainment that my stream decided to do today. But of course, tomorrow you guys can catch me with Mocking Draws for what might be our season finale. We've got a poll going up on his Twitter as to whether we should have tomorrow be the season finale or extend it out to the new year. There's little 50-50 on that one. But you guys can always
50-50.
catch me there. I believe it's 2 my time and 11 Pacific. But beyond that, you don't want to know where I'm going to be, you got to follow me on Facebook. On Twitter. I am so bad at this. My brain's not working right now. So I'm going to let you guys go and have a nice day, y'all.